PowerPoint will be on substance use and addiction recovery. My name is Taylor Ward.
I'm Ezra Cox.
And I'm Emily Benigno.
To define substance use refers to the excessive reliance or dependence on addictive substances, such as drugs or alcohol. Examples include highly addictive drugs like cocaine, opiates, and meth. These substances can have severe and often devastating health effects, both in short and long-term immediate consequences. These consequences may include psychotic behavior, seizures, or even overdose, which can lead to be fatal. For instance, opiate medications directly affect the part of the brain that controls respiration, and an overdose can result in death. The impact is profound, not just on the individual, but also on families and communities. Gonna get that like nod. So, okay. During the Civil War, morphine was administered to soldiers. This practice set off a wave of addiction that affected hundreds of thousands long after the war. At the same time, efforts to ban alcohol gained momentum and widespread public support. Throughout history, people have used substances as ways that were considered socially acceptable, whether for recreation or medical purposes. Morphine, alcohol, and opium were once commonly used for medical treatments. However, introduction of more potent substances and faster methods of administration led to abuse that dates back as far as classical antiquity in the 17th century. According to recent data, over 138 million people, or 50% of those aged 12 and older, have used illegal narcotics at some point in their lives. While there has been a slight decline in use, with the number of users aged 12 and older dropping by 0.4% each year, the figures remain significant. Additionally, around 13.5 million Americans aged 12 and older report drinking alcohol, and troublingly, about 28.3 million people, or 24%, struggle with an alcohol use disorder.
Keeping substance use in mind, we interviewed our agency and social worker. Her name is Fatima Chavez. She has a LCSW and works at Intrepid Holistic Healing Services. Her role there is as a primary therapist, and Intrepid is primarily funded by health insurance. Their number of social workers that work along with her, including herself, is 5. The approximate salary as a registered intern varies from 60 to 65,000, and the approximate salary for a licensed therapist, such as Fatima, is 75 to 80,000. Their caseload varies from around 7 to 9 clients. The individuals who come to Fatima's agency face a wide range of challenges, all rooted in substance use issues. However, as we know, substance misuse rarely exists in isolation. It's often the result of a deeper underlying struggle. At Fatima's agency, the most common issues clients face include trauma, which often leaves individuals searching for ways to cope, insecure attachment styles, making it difficult to build healthy relationships, poor family support or strain within family dynamics, work-related stress or challenges, legal issues that exacerbate feelings of instability. Each of these factors requires a comprehensive and compassionate approach, which the agency is well equipped to provide. Fatima's agency is committed to holistic healing and offers a range of evidence-based treatments and supports, including therapeutic services such as accelerated resolution therapy, designed to help process trauma quickly and effectively, family counseling and support, which play a crucial role in strengthening relationships, individual therapy tailored to the needs of each client, and EMDR, which is a proven method for addressing trauma. Other holistic approaches include yoga and mindful practices, which promote mental clarity and relaxation, as well as massage therapy and acupuncture for physical and emotional relief. Their case management management services help assist with securing food and other basic needs. They help with obtaining state identification, which can be a barrier to accessing resources. They offer support with filing essential paperwork, such as the FMLA for short-term disability. All of these services are provided within a clinical office setting, which ensure that clients receive care in a safe and structured environment. Fatima's agency serves a diverse population. Clients range from working class individuals to those experiencing homelessness. Participation is voluntary, with most clients being referred by detox centers or other agencies in the area. The agency's census is fluctuates between 35 and 40 clients with a maximum capacity of 40. Thankfully, the agency rarely experiences waiting periods, so clients can access support quickly. Eligibility for services is primarily determined by ensuring inclusivity within its reach.
As a primary therapist, Fatima balances multiple responsibilities, including the biopsychosocial assessment, handling client intakes, facilitating group sessions, and providing crisis intervention. These duties are complemented by evaluations such as the GAD-7 for anxiety and the PHQ-9 for depression, which are essential to understanding and tracking client needs. Despite these structured approaches, significant barriers sometimes persist. Financial constraints, family dysfunction, and legal consequences often hinder a client's ability to fully engage in their recovery. These challenges require a compassionate and adaptive approach to support clients throughout difficult circumstances. Fatima's agency is deeply committed to enhancing human rights and fostering self-determination, allowing clients to choose their recovery paths. The agency emphasizes cultural competence by building strong, inclusive relationships that respect each client's background. Among the team's strengths are their mutual support, focus on self-care, and weekly clinical supervision meetings, all of which sustain their work. However, challenges such as burnout, compassion fatigue, and other emotional toll of complex cases are constant hurdles. Addressing these challenges requires resilience and a commitment to maintaining a balance in this demanding field. AA and CBT. Alcoholics Anonymous and cognitive behavioral therapy are two foundational approaches to substance use treatment, each offering unique benefits. AA provides a strong sense of community, emphasizing social support, accountability, and shared experiences. CBT, on the other hand, focuses on identifying and addressing negative thought patterns, equipping clients with tools for relapse prevention and emotional regulation. When integrated, these methods can create a more holistic approach, combining the emotional support of AA and the evidence-based strategies of CBT to improve outcomes for those seeking recovery.
Substance use and drag culture. Research reveals that LGBTQ individuals experience higher rates of alcohol and substance use compared to their heterosexual counterparts. For drag performers, the risk is amplified by their dual identity as members of the LGBTQ community and as entertainers, two groups particularly vulnerable to substance exposure. Substance use is prevalent in industries like entertainment and bartending, which are common workplaces for drag performers. And the culture of these settings often involves socializing in environments where alcohol and drugs are easily accessible, and in some cases, they're normalized. Research has identified key themes that highlight the complex relationship between drag culture and substance use, which can be shaped by their personal habits as well as peer behaviors within the drag community. In drag culture, substance use often becomes a shared experience, woven into the fabric of socializing, performance, and connecting. And for many drag performers, substance use is not just about individual choice. It affects broader cultural and environment influences, and this overlap of personal and cultural factors creates unique challenges, calling for tailored interventions that address both the pressures of performance culture and the broader LGBTQ experience. By understanding these dynamics, we can better support drag performers and the wider LGBTQ community in navigating these risks and fostering healthier environments.
Okay, DBT focused therapy or dialectical behavior therapy can play a transformative role within therapy in the field of clinical supervision. At its core, DBT focuses on mindfulness, distress tolerance, and emotional regulation, skills that are essential not just for clients, but for those who support them for therapy and for their journey. The mental health professionals themselves, it also helps. By incorporating DBT principles into supervision, we can create an environment that enhances both the supervisor relationship and the professional development of supervisors. One of the major challenges in clinical supervision is bridging the gap between therapy and practice. DBT offers practical tools that can address the disconnect, fostering an atmosphere where the theory is not just learned, but actively applied and refined.
Stigma presents a significant hurdle in addressing substance abuse, not only for those affected, but also for those dedicated to studying and combating it. Many researchers have highlighted tangible reminders of how their field is undervalued, with public perceptions often diminishing the importance of their work. Hearing Fatima speak so positively about her role, even as she struggled to identify major challenges, has been incredibly inspiring. Her perspective has deepened my interest in this field and strengthened my resolve to contribute in whatever ways I can.
The stigma surrounding substance use often overshadows the reality of addiction, painting individuals as weak, immoral, rather than acknowledging complex factors that contribute to their struggles. This judgmental perception not only discourages people from seeking help, but also affects how they are treated within the healthcare system and society. As someone dedicated to prompting empathy and understanding, I see this stigma as a barrier to recovery. Shifting these perspectives requires viewing individuals through a lens of humanity, recognizing their resilience, and supporting their self-determination to heal and rebuild their lives.
Many people still fail to recognize addiction for what it truly is, which is a chronic medical condition. It's not just a matter of willpower or poor choices. In fact, addiction is a complex disease with both genetic and environmental factors that influences its development and progression. Unfortunately, the stigma surrounding addiction often presents people and prevents them from seeking the help that they need. Instead of viewing addiction through a lens of empathy and understanding, many see it as a moral failing.
And these are our references. Thank you for tuning in to our presentation. And then stop.
Thank you.